welcome to vlog 12 of the van build. This should be a good one because I'm finally going to build some furniture. Today's shenanigans will consist of building one long high level cupboard along the driver's side of the van. So not sure how that's going to go just yet. Like, I'm never sure how anything is going to go on this van. We just sort of do it as we go and things change as they go. I've got some I think it's 1.75 inch battens to make out of, and then I'll ply line the bottom half of it and then get Jason, who's a proper carpenter, to build me some doors for the front of it. So let's make a start with that, shall we? Got the framework built, pretty chuffed with that. I've obviously made some boxing up and I'm going to ply line it shortly, or ply line the underside of it and then make an MDF front for it, and then, like I said earlier, get Jason to make the doors. So this is going to be 3 big cupboards. So I've left the gaps, as you can see, so one big cupboard door there, another one here, and then another one at the end here. And on this end I've put a shelf because you'll be sort of laying in bed here, so maybe you can put laptops to watch TV or do whatever you want to do. And I've also actually kind of curved or 45'd the edge so it looks alright from outside and it's not sort of protruding out, but I'm pretty happy with that. It looks sweet. My carpentry skills seem to be improving daily, slowly, but I'll get it ply lined now and then we'll go through it once it's done. Sweet. Got as far as I can now with the overhead cupboards. I got it, the underside ply lines. I also got like an end panel on the end, funnily enough. Got it tied up. My little shelf looks good. I'm going to put some MDF strip sort of around the edge of this to tie it up and put like a little plinth on it, I guess, plinth, cornice, whatever, just to sort of give it an overhang, tidy it up. So really happy with how that came out. Now I'm going to move on to doing the bed. So my bike is sat there because obviously I need to get the height to, that's the most important thing that's going in this van, is my bike, because that's what this is all about, going and riding mountains all over Europe, which is the grand plan. So I'm using the bike as a guide to sort of get the bed height and the sort of the size of the bed. So we'll get that built now, get the framework built. But good progress. I love it. This is the part of the van build that I've really been looking forward to, is getting the cupboards built, because it's now actually starting to feel like a camper and not just a hollow French chalet. But cool. Let's rock and roll. Love it. been a few days since that time lapse we just watched was filmed, because the weather was crap, so I never really had a chance to get on with the van. But we're back and it's finally cleared up, so we can crack on. So got the bed frame built, which is sweet. Really chuffed with that, considering my dodgy carpentry skills. So all you carpenters out there, don't go judging me, because I'm just having a go, remember. We'll have a quick walk through that actually. Right, how do we explain how I built this with my amateur carpentry skills? I guess the first thing I did was obviously I put my bike in here, and then which gave me the length. So I screwed the beam across the floor, which was my set point, if you like. And then I knew my height, as we discussed earlier, to for the bottom of the bed so the bike could go in. But then what was right pain in the backside was actually getting a square line from the back, the box in to the front of the bed to make sure the bed was square, because that's obviously curved. So I got my laser level out, I messed around with it, but actually I got it bang square. I was really quite happy with how it came out. So that's good. I screwed this to the battens. Remember in the earlier vlogs that I set the battens up the wall, self-drilled to the steel, to the metalwork of the van, or the framework of the van. So that's just picked up with these. So these are like 2.5 inch screws, I think, which are screwed straight into the battens, which is great. And then I put some of these sort of uprights in, supports, just to take the weight from the top. So that's really good. 45'd the corners, and then again screw another batten upright to pick up the weight. Same again this side, obviously. Now the back, because the back's like spanning the back doors, I fixed into the ply, because that ply is not going anywhere. The ply boxing is not going anywhere. I actually doubled up the woodwork. I mean, let me take you around the back. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Here we go, the better view. Okay, so I doubled up these timbers just to give me some extra strength, and it worked really well. And then I put these cross braces in, and just put another beam screwed into the legs right the way along here, which just picked up the ends, sort of sat on there. Good. Same again this side here. But yeah, 45, good. I don't care what the haters gonna hate and all that. I'm really happy with my my bit of carpentry work. So yeah, good. It is not going anywhere, seriously. Look at it. I can literally bounce on here. Cool. Right. Next job. Well, the next job is actually to put a bit of 9mm ply on top of this, which will just finish this off nicely. And then I'm going to cut a bit of MDF for like the bulkhead bit at the front there, which we'll talk through in a bit. Been thinking about this shelf, this high level, not just shelf, the high level cupboards, and what we're going to do and how I'm going to do it, because the doors, and I'm going to leave it to Jason because he is a professional, but I can't help but think about these things. So what I was thinking was to get a bit of my like smaller the battens that I use to do the uprights on the steelwork on the ceiling to bolt the clad into, get some of those and stick it on the bottom low level just to expand out, so I've got my little recess so I can put my lights underneath, because that looks sweet later on. And then MDF the front of it just to make it all nice and tidy, and as I said before, we should just tie all this up and then hide up my dodgy screw holes, and then get some edging strip. Good old wicks again. Now this one's obviously broken, but there you go, along there. We're dragging. Then I'll get Jason to set the doors up, because that is definitely beyond me. Good. Progress is progress. What am I going to do now? Oh, I'm going to apply the bed. Got the top on the bed. Had to sort of rejig it a little bit to try and get it to work out of one sheet of ply, but it's on. Let's have a go at making this sort of front panel for it. I'm gonna try and stick like one of these sort of cut throughs, try and make it fancy so you can sort of come up into it easy enough, but I'm gonna have to make a couple of templates up for either side of the van I think first, and then me and my templates. I love my templates, but it does a good job, so I'm gonna keep using them. Let's carry on. I just thought I'd talk you through how I'm making this bulkhead up. So I've got my my Cordex that I normally use for making my templates. I've cut it to a square roughly. I know it's 900 tool from the wheel arch, so I've cut it 900. A bit of an overhang for the mattress and just so you fall out of bed I suppose. I've pinned that straight to the stud work, just a couple of taps on the pins and that's it. And then I've made this up. So a block of wood, block of batten, and then my pen taped to it. So all I'm going to do with this, it's quite simple, is stick on the side and mark the edge. So and that beautifully marks the contour of the van. So I've cut that out with a sanding knife now. I'll double check it, and then I've done the near side, as you can see, marked the near side so I don't get confused because that'd be embarrassing. And then I'll take my measurements, top and bottom, the width of the van, and then I'll cut my MDF sheet out. Fingers crossed it comes out alright. Would you look at that? Perfect, absolutely perfect. Oh, I'm well chuffed. Oh, it's actually beautiful. Not even a gap. Couldn't get fag paper for it, as they say. Sweet. So next task, I'm going to cut like a, I don't know, a bit out of here, like that, so you can climb into it. I use some paint cans, something like that, just to draw around, just to get the circle. But I am well chuffed for that. Obviously, I'll put a square bit in the bottom. I just thought it'd be easier to do that like that than it would to try and cut the bits out, because you're never going to see any of that because that'll be behind seating. But sweet. Let's get the top bit cut out. Oh yeah. Gotta be happy with that. Lick of paint. We're good. Right, I'm gonna get the bottom filled in and then we will make a start with an MDF front for the high level shelving. Cool. the face of the high level cupboard done. Made just one MDF sheet and stuck it on, cut the holes out, just really ties it up a bit. Look, looks good. It's good. I chucked this corner edge on. I actually bought this for the window, but I chucked it on until it looks like, and it looks pretty good. So I'll obviously continue that all the way through when I get some more. But it looks really good. Looks ties it up. Jason's already been out and had a look. He's gonna build some doors for me this weekend, so that'll really look good. But well happy with how that came out. Also really happy with that because it looks sweet. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the back side of that. Hold on. So, what you see there, I want it to look something like this. So, you'll see that I'm gonna make some like MDF mounting scene there just to really tidy up the back of the van, but I think it looks pretty good with my herringbone doors. Also, another little thing I'm proud of. Look at that for skill, eh? Oh, it's beautiful. You can't even see the join. Not bad for... Well, I'm not even an amateur carpenter. I'm not a carpenter. So, eventually, later on, again, I'm just putting this job off really. This all needs to be painted. So, obviously I'll rub all this down. I'll fill the nail gun holes which are in there and tidy it all up. But, oh, it looks fantastic. So that's the end of this vlog. The next one will be carrying on building cupboards, seating area, kitchen area. So it's really starting to come together now. Thanks again for watching. If you like what you see, then subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.